Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about biohacking on a budget. Everyone keeps asking me, how do I biohack my body but on a budget? And I listened to this podcast by Ben Greenfield where he answered the same question with multiple experts. So in today's video, I'm going to break this down and provide you with cheap 15 ways of biohacking that can get you $1 million body. The first one is getting cold and getting hot. Now, the best thing would be to jump into an ice bath or a sauna, but I know most people won't be able to do it. So taking some cold showers for even as less as 2 minutes and wearing some heavy clothing, going out for a run, that can give you a similar effect. The next one is movement. Now, you don't have to work out at an expensive gym. Just make sure you go out there and then do 10,000 steps per day. You can walk after your meals, park your car or cycle, take the stairs, get creative. Then comes an emotional biohack, which is to feel grateful and do something kind for one person every day. This could be as simple as making them feel heard or going and supporting them in some way. Similarly, staying in touch with your friends, with your family, and having real, deep, authentic relationships and social connectedness has been the cornerstone of longevity research. And guess what? It's all for free. Then you can look at breathwork. Look at Wim Hof on YouTube. It's completely free. It will help you train your mind, your body, your nervous system, and could take less than 3 minutes per day. And if you look at other breathing modalities, like just Google box breathing. This is where you inhale for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, exhale for 3 seconds, and then hold for 3 seconds. Or you could do things like the 4-7-8 breathwork. 4 inhale, 7 hold, and 8 exhale for free. Then comes exposing yourself to natural light, which has healing properties. It's also for free. Then you can get some natural electrons and PEMF therapy by just walking outside for 22 minutes without wearing shoes. You will get the earth's natural healing. Then it's to install some red lights in your house and use them in the evening, because in the evening you should reduce the blue light. You don't have to invest in a lot of things. Simple red light bulbs will be good. The next is your air quality. Now, if you Google NASA Clean Air Study, there's a list of 22 plants which naturally clean your environment and they filter out the air, so you don't have to invest in an expensive air purifier. Then comes fasting. For women, I recommend 12 hours per day. Men can go up to 16 hours per day, and once a week do a 24-hour fast. Intermittent fasting is one of the most powerful biohacks for longevity. Then get a cheap table counter and fix it on your wall to make a standing desk. You can alternate between sitting down or standing up, or you can get a proper standing desk. One step up would be to get a walking treadmill desk, but if not, just go outside and get your 10,000 steps in. Then comes mobility and flexibility. You don't need to join class or pay for high-end subscriptions. Just Google Yoga with Cassandra. She is really cool and teaches you good ways to be flexible and to live longer. Now, for people who are going to the gym and you want to upregulate your performance, then here's a hack from Dr. James Antonio, which is to have a high-quality salt solution up to 2 hours before you go to the gym or you're performing something, because most of us are either dehydrated or we're lacking minerals. You will see a massive performance gain by just salt, full spectrum salt. For some people, it might cause some gastric distress, and the hack for that is a cheap amino acid called glycine, which can offset some of the damage that comes from other things like a high protein meal. It's really good for making collagen in your body. And the trick is to mix the salt solution with glycine and sip it slowly over 2 hours or before 2 hours of your performance. So the trick is to slowly slip on that water. Now, you can have, leading up to 2 hours, slowly sip the water solution with about 4,000 milligrams of sodium per liter of water. To make your life easier, 1 teaspoon is about 2,300 milligrams. So you need 2 teaspoons. And if you chill the water, you will have better absorption. Now let's talk about glycine. Glycine is a really cool amino acid. It's really cheap. It also helps your body make glutathione, which is a master antioxidant. And if you ever have foods cooked in bad vegetable oils, it can offset some of those negative effects. Spirulina could do a similar job. One of my other favorite hacks is to use simple sodium bicarbonate or baking soda before exercise. Why? Because it has buffering capacity, which helps you push easily for longer without getting tired, and it's very cheap and it's not as expensive as pre-workouts. It's also really good for bringing alkalinity in your body, and it works much better than all of those expensive alkaline waters. I personally have 3 servings of baking soda 3 times per day in different intervals. The next big thing that you can do for your longevity is to optimize your blood sugar levels. Now, if you expose yourself to cold, it will reduce your blood sugar levels. But there are many supplements out there that can do similar things. One of my favorites is bitter melon extract. In fact, I even like a stronger version of it called dihydroberberine, and this actually helps up to 5 times more in reducing blood glucose. But I agree, some of these are not as cheap. So the other trick that you can use is to have some lemon juice before having your meal. Why this works is because this helps in gastric emptying, and when you do this gastric emptying process, you can reduce your blood glucose by 35%. That's amazing. One thing that works similar is apple cider vinegar, and it's not that expensive as well. Now, if you wanted to build muscle on a budget, you can invest into blood flow restriction bands or cuffs. There are some very expensive ones out there like the Katsu system, but if you look at Amazon, you could probably find a $10 one. The beauty with this is you don't even need weights. You can do an all-out squat, pull-up, or anything that you can do with a higher volume. And this is amazing because this helps you build muscle faster because it stimulates things like IGF-1, testosterone, and other anabolic factors. I always have a blood flow restriction band system in my bag when I'm traveling. And in the exercise domain, one of the things that I can think of is having a good weighted vest. I did a video previously on breaking down Andrew Huberman's fitness routine and how can we use things like some extra weights while we're hiking or we're outside and training. And one other interesting trick that I learned from Ben was to train your brain. Now, you can use this thing called as the vestibular reflex or the VOR. It sounds complex, but it's so simple. You could choose either to sit or stand, extend your arm to be straight, and look at the ends of your fingers. You should be able to see them easily. Now, keep that hand there on the finger and then move your head up or down or side to side. You can do this 5 times in a row. And what this does is it helps your visual integration system and your vestibular integration system. It's for free. Thank you, Ben. Shout out to you. And if you're wondering why would you want to do something like the VOR, is because everything that affects performance affects cognition. And these two systems are the most neglected systems in the human body, and over a period of time it makes the brain lazy and that downregulates performance. So that's it for today. These are these 15 super cheap biohacks that can help you get $1 million body. If you found this interesting, then share this with a friend, and I'll see you in the next video.